Hello, I'm gonna set you up. Um, I just woke up. It's about 6:40, but I wanted to tell you about my dream today. So there may be a twofer vlog thing today, but I had a dream that had like Emma Watson, John Boyega, a lot of my friends, and a few other people in it. But it was celebrating a movie that just came out, and I was in the movie too. And but there's also a war going on, and for whatever reason, Amy Poehler and I, like the actress, were in Target, and I was checking these little kiosks, looking at songs that were playing on the radio because the songs were supposed to correspond to orders for people, and I was checking to see if any of the orders were for me to ship out because I wanted to ship out because I wanted to help serve my country. But so far I wasn't shipping out, and then eventually I did get orders where I did. And then there was like a little celebration that I think the war was coming to an end, or that there was a movie coming out that I was a part of, and in it was Emma Watson and John Boyega. And John Boyega was kind of into Emma Watson, but so was I. I was super into Emma Watson. And, you know, her and I would talk, but she just kept getting overwhelmed by the people around her. So there's this huge festival, and we were doing it on the set of the movie, and on the set of the movie it involved, like, Russians tracking down a letter that was sent from a U.S. carrier way back in the 80s. There was a kid who had like a black canary scream, that kind of stuff. And it was pretty cool. But the the party also turned into Emma Watson's birthday party because she was there, and Emma Watson had a boyfriend there, which I thought was funny because I was super into Emma Watson. I was trying to tell her too. You know, it wasn't like in the dream I wasn't trying to date her or anything. It was just like I want Emma Watson to know that I'd do anything for her even though she doesn't need me to. And that was a big part of it. Like I knew, and that was the same with John Boyega. We both knew she didn't need anybody to do anything for her, and that's one of the reasons we like just respected her so much. We talked about it in the dream, but we didn't know how to express that. And so someone was like, "Hey, let's play 7 versions of Star Wars Monopoly." And because it's a dream, everyone was like, "Yeah, sure." And so we set up the first version, John Boyega and I, episode 4, and we set it up, and Bowser's there and Darth Vader's there. Like King Bowser, King Koopa from Mario, and Darth Vader from Star Wars, obviously. And we set it up, and Emma Watson has like this best friend, and this best friend is kind of like sneaky and kind of talking to John Boyega because she kind of wants Emma Watson to hook up with John Boyega, because John Boyega is a good guy, you know. And I catch that, and I feel bad, but it's like my goal is to not sorry, notification. My goal is to not date Emma Watson in this dream. It's just to let her know how much I care for her without, you know, because I assume at this point I've already said, like, hey, I really love you. And I just want her to know that she doesn't have to be unhappy, I guess. Because it's weird because in the dream she's, like, choosing to be unhappy instead of happy, but she's still very much Emma Watson, so she's still very, very independent and very of herself and very of the mindset that women can do all these things, you know, that men can do, which is, again, one of the reasons I find her so attractive. And, we start playing Star Wars Monopoly, then Emma Watson's boyfriend comes in, and he's like, "I bought you gifts," and she's like, "Great." and he's pulling out these gifts, and all the people at the party are just ragging on him because they're just the worst gifts for her. Like, they don't make any sense. Like, okay, like, yeah, like, and for some reason in the movie, or in my dream, she was in Jurassic Park too, which is probably another reason excuse me, super loved her, because Jurassic Park's my favorite movie of all time. But they were just the worst gifts. Like, one of them was like a Bowser tank top, and Bowser was like, she doesn't even like me that much. And then some of them were like shirts, like, that you put on over. It was like a sweater that was knitted, but very loosely knitted, so it was basically wearing a net. She would be wearing a net. And I said in the dream I never got why people wore clothes like that. Because you'd have to match the outfit with the color, and if the color was hard to match, like, say, a light pink, which, I don't know Emma Watson's color preference, but in the dream she sure as hell didn't like pink. It would just be weird. And she just kept getting more and more mortified. But eventually the dream ended with me waking up to, I don't remember what I woke up to, but he didn't finish pulling out the gifts yet. But, excuse me, it just ended up me and John Boyega and Emma Watson's friend, who, I don't know what her name was. Let's call her Lorraine. Emma Watson's friend Lorraine, John Boyega, and I were, just kind of ragging on this dude for not knowing his girlfriend. And Emma Watson was just mortified with embarrassment and how, like, unhappy she was. But she wasn't doing anything about it. And I wanted to talk about that, how frustrating that was. But people in life, I guess, do that too. Actually, I know people in life do that too. They think they need to be unhappy with a lot of things because that's the situation they've put themselves in. And so I think the big thing in the dream Emma Watson could have used was space. And it was that we were at a party, so there wasn't really much space to give her. But waking up and thinking about it, if I had given the chance to say, like, hey, Emma, I love you, I'm here for you, I'm going to give you some space, I would have, like, as awake Jeffrey. Because I feel that she needed time to herself. And that's important. So, Emma Watson, if you're watching, and if you're in a relationship with a guy who buys you crappy gifts, I'm going to give you your space. But you can always come to me. Always. You too, John Boyega. Alrighty. Alright, guys. Well, I may post another video today. This is a super early morning video, but, yeah, I just wanted to share my dream with you. So, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye-bye.